All right, everybody, we're going to get started here. Thank you all for coming for our Base Batch 2 Demo Day. Kick things off, Jesse.
If you're outside, come on in. If you're outside and standing in the hallway and you want a seat, we got some seats. Come on in, pack it in. Hola, everybody. Soy Jesse. Mucho gusto. I'm so excited to be here. I'm Jesse, if you don't know me. And I always like to start kickoffs like this, just grounding us in why we're here. And the reason why we are here is because we are going to build a global economy that increases innovation, creativity, and freedom. That is the mission, a global economy. And we will know we've accomplished that mission when the entire world is on chain. 1 million builders, 1 billion people, trillions of dollars of assets, all benefiting from this new economy that we've built together. And at the core of that economy is builders. Raise your hand if you're a builder. Woo! Give it up for builders! At the core is the builders. And from the beginning of Base, we have always been for builders. Every single thing that we do is in pursuit of trying to figure out how do we give builders a better platform to build their dreams. No matter what that is, no matter where they are in the world, we want to give them the tools, the resources, the funding, the distribution, and the support to build whatever they dream. And it's exciting because for the last 6 months, we've started building this thing called Base Batches, which is a new program 100% focused on supporting builders at every stage. And there are actually 2 sub-programs of batches. The first is the startup track, which is the one we're here for today, which is basically taking companies that are running, they're building, they have products out in the wild, and they need a platform to take it to the next level, to raise money, to get more distribution, and we give them hands-on mentorship and then a demo day to do exactly that. And over the next few hours, you're going to see 50 companies from around the world who are building on Base, who are ready to grow. The second is for earlier stage builders, and this is the builder track. And this builds on a long legacy we have at Base of doing hackathons. But what we saw when we did hackathons was that so many people did a hackathon, but then they didn't actually do anything after that. They kind of got stuck in between because they weren't sure, how do I turn this idea, this project, this weekend into a business that I can work on, that I can invest in, and that I can grow to be my full-time job. And so we have built something called Incubase, which is now a global accelerator, which helps projects turn into businesses. It helps those builders get to that next stage of running a startup that can change their life and change the world around them. And so our goal is for builders everywhere, regardless of where you are in your journey as a builder, to have a pathway. So you can go from idea to product to business to impacting millions of people all around the world, and that's what Base Batches is. And like I said, and the track record of Base Batches is actually pretty good. We did Base Batch 1, which was an experiment about 6 months ago, and we've already seen a ton of really big impact. Some ones that I'll just call out. First is Noise. Raise your hand if you've heard Noise. A lot of people. Awesome team out of India. They first built a like to support on Farcaster. They're recently launching ICM, kind of startup fundraising, also on Twitter now. And it's incredible to see the impact that team made. Second is A0X. They build digital clones, and I actually just last week launched Jesse XBT, which is an agent that we've spent the last 6 months training on everything about me, on everything I tweet, everything I post, everything I put in Base app, that can now help every builder 24/7, 365. And then the third is Basefall, which is growing a volatility and options business on Base. These are just 3 stories of 50 teams, many of which are still building, still growing, and still making an impact today. And today, you are going to get to see, and building on that legacy, I'm excited to announce that we have a whole new wave of builder teams that are the winners of the Batch 2 round. Give them a round of applause for all these incredible teams from around the world. From 913 projects at the earliest stage, we have 50 finalists from Africa, EMEA, APAC, Europe, Latin America, India, North America, builders from around the world who we're going to be supporting over the next few months as part of Incubase to take their idea and their project to the next level. I'm so excited about this group, so excited to see what they do in batch 2. And then today, we get to hear from another 50 incredible teams. I've gotten to look through the deck, I've gotten to hear from all of them, I've gotten to meet many of them, and I am not lying when I say that these are the builders of the future. These are the people who are seeing problems in their local communities, in the emerging global economy, and have raised their hand to fix them, and have started real businesses that are making an impact every single day. And our goal with this demo day is to give them a platform, so that for the investors in the audience, they get to see what Base is made of and see what these founders are made of and hopefully back them. For the people tuning in from home, they get to see the products that are coming live right now and they get to use them. And they also get to invest in them because the capital markets on-chain, on Base right now are free and able for anyone to participate. And so with that, I'm going to kick it off by handing it over to the team to kick off Demo Day. Let's go! Ryan, take it away.
Just before we get started, I wanted to say a quick note on the format. So every team has one slide, and they have 2 minutes to present, and no questions. So we're going to go through this rapid fire, starting with Glider.
Let's go, Glider!
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian. I'm one of the co-founders of Glider. DeFi sucks today. Users have to contend with multiple wallets, different native gas tokens, and never-ending transactions. We can all agree that DeFi will never get mainstream adoption like this. We built Glider to solve for the hurdles of on-chain investing. With Glider, you can create any automated on-chain portfolio without the complexities of DeFi. No gas, no signing, no bridging, and fully non-custodial. So what are some of the things you can do with Glider? With Glider, you can create any on-chain ETF. But unlike traditional ETFs, you actually own the underlying assets. What does that mean? That means you can lend the assets, stake them, participate in governance, claim an airdrop. Anything you can normally do with your assets, you can still do that on Glider. Not only that, Glider allows you to react to any type of one-off trigger, whether it is a price change, whether it is a tweet, whether it is a cast. You can react, and Glider will take advantage of that 24/7 for you. Our portfolios are also fully shareable. So you can take a portfolio, you can give it to a friend, they can remix, they can change it, they can subscribe to any of your changes. All along the way, creators get to earn. It's our belief that your assets should always be your assets, and nothing should stand between you and those assets. As more assets move on chain, we need better ways to manage. We need better ways to access these assets, whether we're going across tokens, across chains, across protocols. We're tired of click trading apps. We're tired of super apps. Our focus is on orchestration. How can these assets work for you 24/7? We need automation. We need peace of mind. We need clarity when it comes to investing. Stop trading, start investing. Come glide with us. Thank you.
The bank called security on me when I tried to take a loan against my ancestral home to buy Bitcoin before the ETFs went live. And that wasn't even my first crypto loan. I started in crypto in 2017 with a $1,000 loan from my father. Since then, one goal has remained consistent: to own one full Bitcoin. But when Bitcoin was $20,000, I didn't have the 20 grand. And at 100K, I'm getting priced out. This is the story of most of us in crypto. We aspire to own Bitcoin, but 50% of us owns zero. While trying to solve for this, I came across something remarkable. 2 out of 3 times in Bitcoin's history, it yielded more Bitcoin to take when you took a loan than a dollar cost averaging. With this insight, we launched Bitmor, DeFi's first under-collateralized loan for acquiring Bitcoin. Make a down payment and pay the rest monthly, like a mortgage. Bitcoin remains locked in an escrow till repayments are completed, while built-in protections ensure a liquidation-free, predictable borrower experience while meeting lender obligations. We started acquiring users with our DCA mini app. Is on the way to do $8,000 this month and is growing at 95% week over week. And we just launched our loan app on testnet today. I'm Jose Paul, former head of product at Quill Audits, where I scaled a DeFi security product to 100K monthly active users. And my co-founder is a quant and a DeFi engineer who's built order book Dex. Our CTO has built and sold a startup to Arweave. As a team, we want to create millions of new full coiners and unlock Bitcoin ownership for the next billion users, because everyone needs a bit more Bitcoin.
Hey everyone, I'm Krasnik, one of the founders of Lucidly. Roughly $150 billion sits in DeFi earning yield, but the best strategies, delta neutral, market making, or leverage looping, are locked behind complexity. 99% of crypto users can't access them, and we are changing that with our mission to make institution-grade DeFi accessible to everyone. How do we do it? Simply go on the Lucidly app, check the asset that you want to yield on, deposit. Take less than 30 seconds. But what's happening inside? It's not a black box. When a user deposits funds on Lucidly, our execution engine deploys this capital across various blue chip strategies that we have back-tested with 6 months of data. Rebalances are done when needed if the yield matrix changes. In the last 3 months, we have roughly onboarded 200 users with $3.9 million of total value managed and consistently delivering 18 to 20% on our stablecoin product. All of this fully on-chain, non-custodial, and permissionless. Alongside this, we have our transparency dashboard on the platform where you can see where the returns are coming from, how much are they, the risk asset that you are exposing to, the strategy that you are being exposed, and the incentives. The total tokenized yield vault market is roughly 15 to 20% of DeFi, but we think by bringing more complex and structured instrument, we can grow this exponentially. At Lucidly, you can tokenize any of the most popular strategies across any networks and bring those exotic yield sources natively on Base. We started with our flagship products, SYETH, SYBTC, and SYUSD. But there's a lot more. Think delta neutral strategies on Filecoin, or a tokenized market making position on Polymarket, or just a leverage position on RLP. Stablecoin brought dollars on chain. We are bringing yield on chain. Base is for everyone, so it should be yield. Thank you. We are Lucidly Labs, and stay lucid.
Hi, I'm Jared, co-founder of Hydrex, a frictionless liquidity hub built on Base for Base. Hydrex's thesis is simple. Base is going to grow 100x in the coming years, but the current liquidity infrastructure isn't set up to accommodate the custom needs that will arise from this immense growth. Current metadexes have seen incredible success on Base, but only serve a narrow use case for sourcing liquidity, which is 2 tokens paired within that dex's specific LP. And as we all know, there are many other types of liquidity that exist on Base. There are thousands of protocols from lending markets to perps dexes, creator coins, custom hooks, and many more that are going to go underserved in this growing market. Hydrex is designed to fix this with our Omni liquidity solution. We've taken the proven V33 flywheel that has sourced billions in Base liquidity and generalized it to be composable with any token, protocol, or project that offers a yield on Base. We've also streamlined and simplified the user experience, building from the ground up utilizing Base tooling, such as subaccounts, flash blocks, and batch transactions to allow any user to access the Hydrex flywheel regardless of their DeFi knowledge. Our protocol gives 100% of revenue generated directly to users, and we want this to be as accessible as possible. 8 weeks in, Hydrex mainly looks like a metadex. We've crossed 300 million in volume, sourced 18 million in liquidity between our own LPs and UniV4 LPs, and generated 2 million in revenue. But we're starting to realize our Omni liquidity vision. Our first non-dex integration was with Morpho. We were able to achieve millions in supply-side liquidity depth in just a few hours. We plan to add many more long-tail assets and protocols such as Zora Creator Coins, perps dexes, and more. We believe Base is growing to bring the world's liquidity on-chain, and we envision Hydrex playing a key role in making that accessible to everyone. Thank you.
Earlier this year, I had a conversation with James Wynn. Now, some of you may know him. He became famous after he turned $3 million into $90 million trading perps on Hyperliquid. He then lost it all. Coordinated groups saw his positions and then decided to hunt his liquidations. Now, that conversation really stuck with me. It's when I realized that transparency without privacy isn't fairness. It's a trap. And so I had a conversation with my long-term friend and now co-founder Kenzen, and we decided to do something about it.
Thank you, Clemens. So I've spent years at Coinbase building and scaling the systems behind Coinbase Wallet. Specifically, I worked on the DeFi trading team within Wallet. Now, we're taking that experience and building Opal, a truly house-blind, privacy-first, perpetuals trading DEX built on Base. House-blind means that no one can spy on your orders. Not the public, not the insiders, and not even our own team. At the same time, settlement happens on-chain, so everything is transparent and verifiable through our smart contract.
Now, Opal is already a very profitable business. In our first 6 weeks, we've done over $1.2 million in net profit through a simple, sustainable volume tax model. I like to use the analogy that DEXs are like dating apps. They only work if a lot of people use them. I mean, would you want to be on a dating app with only 3 other dudes on it that look like Kenzen?
Hey, rude.
I'm joking, of course, but my point here is that we don't just focus on the tech. And so over the last few weeks, we've built a strong community of thousands of holders, followers, and traders who love our mission and who support what we're building.
And most of all, we're excited to be building on Base and bring massive trading volume to the Base ecosystem. If you're passionate about privacy, we'd love for you to join the team, either as a builder or an investor. Come talk to us.
Thank you, guys.
Hi guys, I'm Shane, CEO of Popock Protocol, and we're building the Duolingo of DeFi. We believe that abstraction and intuitive gameplay are key to not only educating but onboarding the next billion users on chain. We launched our first product, a gamified options platform, approximately 1 year ago on Base, and since then we generated $230K in revenue and $35 million in trade volume. My co-founder is the APAC lead for Base, and our core team comes from a rich background of global banking and also are early movers in the GameFi space. We're raising $2 million to scale. And here's why we're going to win the market. Popock has proven to make complex financial tools, such as options, easy, accessible, and intuitive. And we want to expand our product range. Imagine you're learning how to trade perps for the first time, or lending borrowing markets or options. But you learn through the lens of a virtual chicken farming game, where leverage trading strategies are represented by raising and caring for breeds of chickens. Every step rewards you, and you learn about how to master market volatility and also how to manage risk. We're building the educational DeFi layer of the Base ecosystem. My name is Shane again. Thank you so much for your time. Cluck, cluck, make money.
Hello, my name is Camille, and I am the founder of Delta. We are the team of quants, winners of math, physics, and robotics contests, including national level, former ML engineers at huge hedge funds with 100 million per day turnover, former senior contributors to major DeFi projects with 2 billion fully diluted value. And together we built Delta, the world's first AI that earns Delta neutral DeFi yield. Delta allocates funds to liquidity pools of DEXs and hedges position through futures. And this strategy delivered over 100% ROI, it's a whole slide, in the first 40 days. It's 900% APR. Why AI? In our case, it's not a buzzword. AI can analyze enormous amounts of data in real time. Just an example, during the flash crash a month ago, our AI allocated funds to Passkey to gold 4 hours before the crash. I cannot say that it's a rule, but it's a very good sign. We are backed by Tier 1 angels like Anton Bukov, co-founder of OneInch, Fernando Mercenelli, co-founder of Balancer, and by Tier 1 accelerators and grads like MetaMask, Uniswap, Base, Arbitrum, Consensus, ElizaOS. And we are going to launch the world's first AI-driven stablecoin, Delta Dollar. We already signed 2 agreements with major capital allocators worth $2 million. Our funders are funds with over $300 million AUM. And today in the morning, we signed agreement LOI with Hydrex, a multi-billion-dollar company. We are raising $5 million seed round to achieve a $10 billion TVL company within 2 years. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Richard. I lead BD at Bitsafe Protocol. For the past decade, the Web3 ecosystem has been focused on investment and spending protocols. And we always miss one fact, one single fact. Now, think about a soldier fighting in battle and having to shoot guns. They always know one thing, when to duck and take cover. But we miss that point a lot. We miss how to save our investment, how to save our earnings on-chain. And so we created the very first on-chain saving protocol called Bitsafe. Now, we've done over 420 plus saving plans created on Bitsafe. We've done 20,000 TVS in less than 6 months. And this is without any marketing campaign. But then we found out one problem. With our parent-child contract, we couldn't give our users yield. So we decided, how do we make people save and earn at the same time? That birthed Bitsafe version 2. This is going to give users access to TradFi using stablecoins. And in simple terms, every single person in this room can now finally trade the stock market using cryptocurrency from the comfort of their home. This is what we're building at Bitsafe. And if you have any other question you want to ask me, I'm always around. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Hugo and I'm the founder of Indexi. Indexi lets you invest in crypto markets and not coins. 84% of crypto investors lose money. If you are here, you already know that crypto is volatile and very risky. But this happens in traditional markets as well. The solution were indexes, a battle-tested tool to reduce risks and increase diversification. Why will you look for a needle in a haystack when you can just buy the haystack? There isn't an equivalent in crypto to the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, or the S&P 500. And this is because historically gas fees were too high, data was fragmented, and the complex were just too complicated. Systems were too complicated. But now that's not the case. We are building Indexi for researchers, analysts, and investors, so anyone can create a strategy in the form of an index. Our AI then classifies all the indexes into clear trends, narrative, and ecosystems, so you can get access or exposure in just one click. In just 6 months, our indexes has been viewed over 200,000 times. There are 8,000 registered investors, and there are over 1,000 indexes in the platforms. This is not just lists. This is a suite of KPIs and a robust management tool. Before Indexi, I spent 4 years writing and researching crypto markets through my social media and best-selling Substack Galos newsletter. This is a tool I wish I had when I started, and I built it for my audience. If you want to get exposure to crypto indexes, visit indexi.xyz. Thank you.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Suvi. I'm the CEO of Vibe Trading, the world's first really permissionless perp DEX natively on Base. Today, the perp markets exist only for big assets such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and about 1,500 others. Because of the market structure requires volume, liquidity, and capital, 56 million tokens remain excluded. This means the trading opportunities and price discovery is reserved for a handful of tokens, even though the perp volume exceeds spot by 3 to 5 times. Wipe changes this in 2 ways. By replacing order books with a network of solvers, independent market makers can fill trader indents, manage risk, and hedge across venues. With single-sided liquidity deposits, anyone can create a market for any token on any chain. Wipe does for perpetuals what Uniswap did for spot. Markets without leverage are incomplete. They only let you buy and hold. Leverage adds conviction and makes markets more honest and accurate. Imagine polymarket where you can only say yes. This is what crypto spot markets are today, and Wipe fixes it by allowing the both sides of the trade. Already, 150 projects across 15 blockchains have joined our closed alpha. Our early traders are trading 3 to 4 million in daily volume. Wipe is built by a team of crypto serial entrepreneurs who have collectively created over 1 billion of value in the space. Wipe turns every meta, every narrative, and every token into a perpetual market, one perpetual DEX for 56 million tokens. Thank you, everyone. We are raising our seats. Come and talk to us.
Hello, everyone. I'm Luis, and we are building Effisend. Effisend is the AI-powered identity and payment platform that lets people, running on Base, that lets people, pay with their face. So let me share a story. While deploying telecommunication systems in Mexico City in a very underserved community, we saw the financial divide firsthand. Managing payments for 350 households proved to be nearly impossible, as you can see in the picture. Today, payments remain quite broken still, crypto or not. You have to manage to juggle through 5 different apps, 3 wallets, endless QR codes, and people right now do not want another tool. They want simplicity. So, for that, we think that identity is the new interface for payments. Not wallets, not cards, your identity. And when you anchor that identity to an AI agent, you can let the agent do whatever you don't want to do. So that's what we're building with Effisend. You scan your face and let the agent do the rest. Routing stable coins, splitting bills, topping up cards, and soon managing DeFi. The traction has been pretty fast. We have a starting grant, a lot of hackathon wins on the side. We pressure tested this in Mexico, Indonesia, now Argentina, and the most important part in Tokyo, because we're running a 6-month living lab in Tokyo Dome, where we'll have access to 20 million visitors, which is huge, and the opportunity is quite massive. We can become the first mainstream entry point for people on-chain without them knowing they are on-chain. So yeah, we have the perfect team to accomplish this because we are 3 engineers from Tech de Monterrey. I mean, we also built a business before, and come talk to us. We are looking for accelerators and investment. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm Mariano, founder of Luca Money. You guys know stablecoins have been growing exponentially. In LATAM, they are actively being chosen as the main method to save money. So nobody cares about it anymore. It's just the way it is in LATAM, but that's it. The problem is existing fintechs often discourage you to remain on stablecoins by forcing you to off-ramp to pesos or dollars, giving you bad lending opportunities, heavy raise, or just a bad experience overall. Luca Money is the stablecoin savings app built for LATAM's stablecoin economy. It is built around self-custody and gamification, enabling anyone to get paid, grow their savings, and spend directly with stablecoins. That's what we're doing. In just a short amount of time, we have made the app. But in addition to that, a rebalancing protocol that gets on average 2% more than the market. We have mastered virality as a consumer app by doing clipping and UGC campaigns. We have been positioned as the #1 stablecoin neobank in Argentina media, delivering thousands of users to our waitlist. And we're running right now a live beta with over 2,000 users, and over 35% of those, they come back every day. As a team, we have been experimenting for over a year with small Web3 experiments, meaning that we know how to make things go super viral, and we also know how to make things super safe in crypto, which is very important. And we have very powerful advisors from other neobanks and fintechs in Argentina, like Uala and Belo. We are raising a small pre-seed round. We would love to connect. As you know, stablecoins are the future, but in LATAM, they are the present. Thank you, everyone.
Hi everyone, I'm Soso from BTCFI. We're building the Bitcoin ecosystem on Base, powered by Asia's regulated stablecoins. Across Asia, regulated stablecoins are opening up, but this capital still can't enter global chains. BTCFI bring it directly onto Base. We are co-developing the Bitcoin operation standard with SBI, a major Asian financial group. JPYC, Japan's only approved stablecoin, will enter Base through BTCFI, with KRW stablecoins coming next. You can earn on-chain Bitcoin yield using both native Bitcoin and CBBTC on Base. Currently, the API is around 4%. On Base, BTCFI had handled over $1.2 billion in trading volume with more than 12,000 holders. AI Fusion, a Tokyo-listed company, has joined as a treasury partner, and 8 DAT firms are now integrating with us. Our team had 8 years of infrastructure experience, 0 user impact security issues, and founders who are university professors. Our long-term vision is clear. Base becomes the home of Asia's regulated stablecoins. Base becomes the home of institutional Bitcoin. And that's what we are building at BTCFI. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Monica Quaintance, and I am the co-founder CEO of Hypersurface. Hypersurface is a protocol that allows users to take crypto that they already own and sell its volatility in exchange for income. Here's my story. In 2017, I was the first employee at an L1 blockchain. I had a pretty large bag of tokens. The project foundation was taking their tokens from the treasury, and they were selling covered calls to OTC desks for like tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars every month in order to fund operations. I tried to onboard to be able to do the same thing, like take my tokens, sell volatility, get income. Could not do it. Tried for years, and this token had its moment in the sun, and then I went to 0, and now I have neither volatility nor income. So, token treasuries, the top 150 on CoinMarketCap, at least half of them are selling covered calls on their own tokens. OTC desks run these for $5 billion a month in volume. You and I still have no access to this product, which is why we built Hypersurface. Hypersurface is a protocol that buys volatility and deploys capital automatically, basically fully automating all the things that OTC desks do in order to bring you this product, but in a totally permissionless way on Base. My co-founder and I, we've built on-chain products. We've done over 500 million in volume, and we really understand this space and this particular user journey. So I'm excited for what we're building, and I hope you'll join us on our journey as we scale Hypersurface on Base.
Associates, hello. I'm Jeffrey, computer operator at the firm. The firm is a business organization of uncertain origin and dubious legacy, internally renowned for its pioneering approach to synergy, enterprise, and progress. 3 weeks ago, the firm commenced its first foray into the virtual economy with our employee PDA mini app on the Farcaster network, enabling employees to enroll at what some have described as the fastest growing company in history. Within 24 hours, 10,000 employees had enrolled. By week's end, that figure doubled to 20,000, placing our headcount ahead of fierce rivals, including the Bank of Liechtenstein and the country of Palau. The objective of the PDA launch was simple: build a truly engaged community from zero and capture the attention of Farcaster's most influential minds. The PDA's advanced one-bit design and viral loop spread rapidly, elevating us to become the #1 mini app on Farcaster. You may already know some of our junior associates: Jesse Polak, Dan Romero, Linda Sear. And with 22,000 other employees now standing by with notifications enabled, the firm is prepared to unveil its first experimental release, AutoBuy. AutoBuy allows you to select social accounts for your buy list, and if they launch a token, we auto-buy it for you within 5 seconds. For example, AutoBuy caught Noise 5 blocks after launch at a 90K market cap. If you'd added Srijan, the developer of Noise, to your AutoBuy buy list, you'd have had a 300x. AutoBuy is available to try starting this week. Initially supporting tokens launched via Clanker, you can add every base batch finalist to your buy list in one tap. This is the first of many experiments to leave the polished walls of the firm, each built with precision, mischief, and a 22,000-strong workforce eager to engage. Join us for what comes next. Yours in business, Jeffrey.
Hi, I'm Paul, co-founder of Fxhash, and we are bringing the entire art world on chain. Over the past 4 years, we have built Fxhash into the largest generative art platform in the world. We have sold more than 2.5 million artworks. But still, we needed to pivot because we needed to be ready for the future of all financial assets moving on chain. And we are believing that the art world will do so as well. We are calling this art capital markets. That is why we built FXH and the Artcoin protocol. We built a platform for coining artists and artistic careers, and it all runs on an instantly liquid market. Coining helps artists and artwork institutions to align capital and create a supply-capped asset that gains in value with each artwork sold. Since launching in July, the FXH ecosystem has crossed more than $25 million in volume, has removed 2% from its supply, and has generated $1 million in annualized revenue. All of this while being in an invite-only beta. I'm incredibly excited about the future of the digital art space. Digital art spending is growing 300% year over year again, and we accounts for 14% of an overall spending of a $60 billion art market. We are getting out of our beta and opening up to all of digital art, increasing our artist and collector outreach by more than 10%, more than 10 times this winter. We will have funds launching Artcoin funds this month. And most importantly, we closed the second tranche of our FXH-based investment round, and we would love to have you join us. Talk to me or scan the QR code to access our full deck, data room, and most importantly, the token purchase agreement. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Hilo from Myna Wallet. Japan has issued more than 100 million smart ID card, Myna card. And each card has a secure element, and inside it, there is a secret key pairs. Today, that key is used only for identity verification, nothing more. So, we turn this ID card into a smart account by leveraging account abstraction and ZKPs. So this is Myna Wallet, the smart wallet that works with the government-issued ID. We make self-custody super simple, easy recovery, and no key management. The point is that every Myna Wallet is KYC verified by default because the card carries a government-issued identity certificate. This creates a super rare opportunity, a path for entire country to access on-chain value. We are now working with government stakeholders, including the Prime Minister's office in major cities such as Tokyo, Osaka, and Fukuoka, to explore public sector use cases such as stablecoin-based benefits and local digital currencies on Base. Japan is looking for a trusted Web3 foundation that can reach every citizen, and the Myna Wallet becoming that foundation. This isn't another wallet. This is a national ID. This is how a national ID becomes a mass market entry point to the next generation of money. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Sorao, CTO and co-founder of Geny. We're building Geny, a voice-powered operating system for skill service entrepreneurs. Think nail techs, barbers, estheticians, because they lose thousands of dollars each month from unanswered calls, no-shows, and manual admin. But that's not because they don't know what they're doing. It's because the tools that are built out there are not built for people working with their hands. So with Geny, they just talk. And Geny answers calls for them. It books appointments, sends reminders, takes care of their clients, but also collects payments agentically using the X42 protocol. In just 8 weeks, we've onboarded 1,400 businesses across North America, which is 35% week-over-week growth. And we soft-launched our live product 2 weeks ago, and we're really seeing real usage across languages. Before Geny, I worked at Spotify, where I built the personalization and recommendation system for the Home tab and shipped the personalized artist message for the Wrapped campaign. My co-founder, Paul, has built and exited a startup, a fintech startup, and my other co-founder, Michael, is an AI researcher that has published papers. So the unlock is in, once Geny sees your transactions and runs your workflows, we can finance your growth. We're building a stablecoin liquidity pool that finances equipment, supplies, and expansions, and the repayment happens automatically through Geny. A business owner can just say, Geny, finance this chair, which the capital is deployed, and the repayment happens through agentic actions for their businesses, from their business's revenue. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is David Machuche, co-founder of Nedapay. We are building a local stablecoin infrastructure for settlements, as well as the first ever regulated stablecoin for Tanzania. The promise of transacting globally has always been promising with the come of Bitcoin as well as USD stablecoins. However, this has led to local inefficiencies. We can see that with at least 90% of trade in Africa still being settled globally, with at least 55% of trade globally still being settled in USD. We've built an infrastructure that enables SMEs to transact globally without having to worry about touching stablecoins, enabling banks to settle for them in a compliant way. Our infrastructure enables these SMEs to send and receive over 10 plus stablecoins, such as the Nigerian Naira stablecoin, the Indonesian stablecoin, and many more stablecoins on Base, as well as generate payment links, swap between these stablecoins, as well as be able to on and off-ramp directly to their mobile or bank. We've done close to 100K in volume, in combined volume, since Base Batches 1 in the past 3 months. We've already partnered with 2 banks that are available in the 5 plus countries we operate in, plus more. And we've got the first initial approval from the Central Bank of Tanzania to build the first local stablecoin for Tanzania as well. As for our team, we're multifaceted, me, myself, having led agency banking at Kenya Commercial Bank, scaling to thousands of agents in Tanzania, before diving into stablecoin infrastructure, as well as my co-founder, being in decentralized node infrastructure, as well as leading the first regulated special economic zone in Zanzibar. We also work closely with advisors who've been in different jurisdictions as we help navigate our scaling during this process. Join us as we onboard these SMEs on-chain in a compliant way. Thank you.
$150 trillion moves across borders every year on SWIFT, a 50-year-old payment system. Even payments between two African countries still route through New York or London. That's not infrastructure, that's extraction. Stablecoins change everything. Today, Paycrest is building a decentralized payment routing protocol where local liquidity providers can compete to settle cross-border payments, instant, secure, and low cost. Here's what we believe. We believe the future of cross-border payments would be trustless, where no middlemen and transaction fees will go from 6% to under 0.1%. Hi, I'm Chibi. I spent the last 3 years at Consensus and Gitcoin building critical infrastructure to help distribute $50 million in public goods funding. My co-founder, Francis, built high-throughput AI and payments cloud infrastructure at HP. We are building the payment infrastructure of the global south. In the last 8 months, we've tested this across 4 African countries. $1.6 million in process volumes, 28 businesses with 300 plus on the wait list. We have payout coverage in 57 countries. We've settled 19,000 payments. If you believe the future of finance is multipolar, let's talk. Thank you.
BM, everyone. This is Ronald, Web3 lead at Netmind. So I'll start with something simple. For years, we've been telling users that DeFi is the future, while quietly expecting them to memorize contract addresses, understand liquidity pools, impermanent loss, and hope they don't get wrecked. DeFi didn't fail. Our interfaces did. So at Netmind, we asked ourselves a question. What if DeFi finally met the users where they are? What if someone can express an intention and translate that into an on-chain action? So that question became Aero Navigator. Aero Navigator isn't a chatbot, isn't a UI trick. It's a DeFi co-pilot on Base that runs the strategy intent-based out of your intentions. That way, Aero Navigator basically becomes your DeFi co-pilot meant for aerodrome finance, and is going to support you without any kind of previous knowledge on Web3 or even DeFi. That way, Aero Navigator becomes an intelligent co-pilot that can run everything behind the scenes, from analyzing pools to running transactions, or even calling expert to API calls to get access to some specific data. This is kind of where the pattern breaks in. Basically, you don't need to understand any more about DeFi. Just with natural language, express what your intentions are, and Aero Navigator is going to handle the rest. Behind the scene, querying base data and everything related to DeFi strategies, this is how Aero Navigator is going to become part of your co-pilot. This is not the first moment on Base. This is something already built, powered by Netmind foundational layer, from decentralized compute network to MCPs to real-time inference. This is how the future starts on Base, with natural language and intent-based commands. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jonathan. I am from Guatemala, Central America. I am here to introduce you to Rappi Exchange. Rappi Exchange, the only platform in Central America that delivers real financial inclusion with products that solve massive cash economy problem. Our numbers, we have 14,000 registered users, $2 million profit this year, a volume of $20 million in transactions, and we are also attending around 1,000 people through our channels with our services. The main products that we develop is physical services of crypto. We are trying to go to the market with the real solutions in the real world. We are working with develop our own software, our own technology, and we are the only hybrid platform in Central America combining cash, USDC multi-networks, USDT, and other coins. We are implementing Base at this moment. Physical agencies, ATMs, Visa card, digital wallet, up and running as we speak. These are solutions that we are proving that the market needs and the market is using at this moment. Our problem is how to take the remittances from the United States to our market with their cultural idiosyncrasy and all the local needs. That's why we develop these solutions adapting to the local market and our local people. Our population is 20 million plus in Central America, most of them unbanked, no tech access, most of these people, and we are trying to raise 7.5 million under a valuation of $50 million to go through all Central America and finish our growth with these solutions to the market. Thank you very much. Join us building this bridge. Bye.
Hi. Hi, everyone. My name is James Kurtak, and I am the head of international partnerships for Neurobro. So our team has been exploring and analyzing the crypto markets for over 5 years now, and we all independently came to the same conclusion that there's a very real problem. Crypto markets are, or rather the adoption of crypto markets are simply too complex and too risky for the average user. Today, retail users are inundated with too much information, false information, and in many cases, information provided by fraudulent actors. In the first half of 2025 alone, over $2.5 billion have been lost by retail due to these market conditions. And so we see that retail has been the product, as the adage goes, but we'd like to be the solution. Our flagship product, Neurodex, is an all-in-one inclusive data terminal which allows users and affords users the information provided by a full analyst team just on their phone. It's broken down into two components. The first is our AI research hub, where users can ask questions, natural language questions, of any of 150 of our AI agents, covering anything from market sentiment to on-chain analytics and more. Our second is our Smart Money Hub, where we're tracking over 3,000 whale wallets in Base and solving the information asymmetry that puts these users at a disadvantage. So they can make the same trades that these whales are making and win the same way. Of course, none of this wouldn't matter without product market fit. As you can see on the screen, we have over 110,000 monthly users with over 800 signing up every day. On top of that, we have 15,000 users using our application for over 10 minutes per session, putting us 3x of our closest competitor. I'm running out of time, but thank you very much, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have after. Godspeed.
Well, hello everybody. I'm Mav. I'm the last team before the break, so 2 minutes of your attention, and we're gonna have a good fun during the break. So I'm the co-founder and CEO of Bando, and today we're going through one of the most exciting evolutions ever, the platform change from FinTech 2.0 to FinTech 3.0. FinTech 3.0 is taking the market by a blast, specifically in emerging markets. Companies like DollarApp, Cast, and Eldorado are processing hundreds of millions of dollars every month. And FinTech 2.0 companies don't know how to address this. When we talk to them, they don't know the difference between Base, Solana, Ethereum, or Cardano. So basically, they don't know how to deploy these things. They also don't know how to interact with the blockchain. They do not have the technical skills, and they need help navigating the regulatory landscape. And that's where Bando comes in. In a powerful API, we enable use cases for FinTech 2.0 companies to evolve in this platform change. We enable use cases like prediction markets, stablecoins, tokenized bonds, and many more. And let's remember that they have a big advantage. There are more than 30,000 fintech companies across the world with more than 4 billion users and transacting more than $15 trillion every year. And my co-founders and I met at Bitso. Bitso is the largest crypto company in Latin America. There, I was head of crypto. And that's why we're starting in our niche market that is Latin America. Latin America has this huge opportunity for FinTech 3.0, and we're helping these companies progress toward that platform change. Today, we're launching our first POC with Story. Story is a FinTech company with more than 4 million users and more than $400 million raised. And we're helping them in this platform transmission. We're raising our seed round. We have angels from Li-Fi, Rain, Monad, and Bitso. So right now, let's talk outside of the room. Sorry, and let's start the seed round. Thank you all.
All right, everyone. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break and then come back for the second half of Demo Day for 25 more teams, more consumer and creator-oriented. So stick around, and please do not delay. Get back here at like 2:15. Thank you. Can I get a mic back? Oh. If we can start having everyone take their seats again, if everyone can start filtering into their seats. All right. See if like people out there can try to do one more round of getting the blend or 1 minute. All right, if everyone near the door there can filter in and filter into their seats, you guys there in the back corner, if you guys wanted to stick around. We'll just give it a minute. All right, just give me 1 second and then we'll get going. Someone to actually man this door. Oh, you got it? So like let everyone in, but just like you don't want to just leave it open and close. Yeah. All right. Oh, mic's still hot. We can get started. It's like my walk-in. Like do the Oscars. All right, we're going to get started for round 2 of Base Batches Demo Day. Thank you very much.
Hi, everyone. I'm Rish Latlakar, co-founder and CEO of Superworld. I'm a digital nomad, and I lived all over the world with my family. I love the world, I love exploring and interacting from a local perspective. And that's my why for building Superworld. Superworld is building the economic layer of the real world. And we're building it on Base. As AI, real-world data, and on-chain commerce converge into the next trillion-dollar opportunity. And we've already built one of the largest digital content platforms, digital and physical interactions in real-world locations. Creators anchor content to real-world locations, businesses activate their locations, and users can explore, engage, and earn. And it's already working. We've generated $5.2 million of revenue with strong unit economics, with our average paying user generating $1,500 of revenue. And we've sold 24,000 plots around the world, grown to 150,000 members, and users have uploaded 125,000 digital posts. We've integrated 10 million bookable assets and 250,000 events through our integration with Sports Illustrated ticketing. And all of this will be discoverable and monetizable on chain. We've raised $5.8 million from top-tier investors, including Draper, SOSV, Redbeard, Outlier, and AI-focused investors like Machina and AI Sprouts. And we're now closing our SAFT round and led by Moon Pursuit Capital as we prepare to launch our token, SPWR, Superpower, on Base, powering ownership, creation, and rewards across millions of real-world locations. On the team side, I helped scale TopTal into a A16Z-backed unicorn and built a Hollywood immersive studio with director Michael Bay. My CTO led Xfire to a $100 million exit to Viacom, and our advisors include Turing Award winner Bob Metcalf, Stephen Wolfram, Nitin Gower, and Michael Turpin. Our mission is to let people personalize, own, and monetize the digital layer of the world on Base. If you're excited about real-world AI, digital content, and on-chain commerce, I'd love to chat. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Sofia Vasquez, co-founder and CEO of Piggy Wallet. This amount of money that I have in my hand is the equivalent of $1,000 in Argentinian pesos, or at least it was 10 years ago. And let's say that I put my money in my piggy bank, and after 10 years, I want to check how much money I have left. And I realize that I have the equivalent of only $9 left. So this is how bad inflation it is. And this, just useless. So that's why we are building Piggy. Piggy is a self-custodial family app that turns fragile local currency, like pesos, into digital dollars. And kids can learn how to handle money from a really young age with parental control. Kids learn how to earn, save, and grow their money from the start. So, unlike neobanks, that they are really limited by local licenses, we are not. Thanks to our account abstraction and self-custody technology, we can go global from day one. We are going to start in Latin America because 90% of crypto users are already relying on stablecoins because we need this to survive our economy. Also, we already launched our private beta 3 weeks ago with more than 150 families, and today we're launching our mini app on Base, and in 2 days we're going to be launching Piggy with one of the biggest fintechs from Latin America that I cannot say the name yet, but it's going to be huge. So this is not just a wallet for us, this is the bridge between financial freedom and financial education for the next generation. Thank you so much. We are starting our pre-seed really soon. Thank you.
GM, I'm Rohit from GM Tribe. In 2019, I founded Mudrex, the second largest crypto exchange in India, backed by YC. During YC, few of my friends wanted to invest in us, but they could not because their check sizes were small and the process was complex. I could not invest in few of my batchmates for the same reason. They were Deal and Kalshi, both multi-billion-dollar companies today. Later, crypto helped me invest in few great teams, like Reclaim or Strader. Some turned into 10x exits, while others grew well. This made me think, what if founders just raised via tokens? Thousands like me could invest in them and help them win. And they will close their rounds much sooner. $10 billion was invested in ICOs this year, and billions more waiting to deploy if tokens were fair launched, were rug-free, and captured value. On the other hand, founders want to build an army of true believers to capture markets. I know this because I built a DEX on Starknet and captured 80% market share by building an army of believers. Founders want to launch tokens to build this army, but they don't because current launchpads are optimized for traders. Neither they help founders raise runway capital, nor they attract true believers. That's why we are building GM Tribe to help founders win markets with the help of believers. Thousands are going to watch today's demo day. Imagine if they could invest in projects within minutes. Now they can at gmtribe.xyz. Thank you.
Hello. Hello, everyone. So every sixth kid in the US wants to be a YouTuber. But what they don't know yet is that creator earnings are down by more than 50%, and 70% of the audience never go back to the same creator again. But why is that? Fans are still a black box for creators owned by platforms. Secondly, there are no primitives to convert viewers into an actual fan base. And third, there is no upside or ownership for fans to actually back their favorite creators. But luckily, that shift has begun. Tokenization has opened a new paradigm for creators to monetize their content. Static content, be it a post, art, or meme, is an investable asset now, and creators themselves are small cap economies. This cultural liquidity is now moving from static to dynamic content, where every stream, every moment is a potential live market. What's missing is a sustainable flywheel to convert and drive streamer fan alignment. This is what we are solving at Den.show. Hello, I'm Shashank. I come with 8+ years of experience building products in consumer space. Previously, I built Farhouse and Huddle 01 Meet, which scaled to more than 1 billion minutes and generated more than 100K in revenue. Now coming back to Den. Let's suppose you are a streamer on Den. You bring your own token, your Zora coin, your Clanker, or simply stables. And you can leverage that to gamify and monetize your every in-stream engagement levers to convert your streams into live attention marketplaces. We are building multiple chat-first primitives to drive in-stream engagement and actions, which will eventually lead to more revenue for creators. And also fans will share a small upside for being partners in the growth of their creators. To accelerate the same, we are actively raising pre-seed round. Currently, we are in private beta, working with streamers to understand these loopholes and bring sustainable on-chain engagement loops. We are building multiple chat-first primitives to drive in-stream actions and revenue for creators. Thank you. See you on Den.show.
Hello, I'm Saeed Merjardian, the founder of Emerge. Emerge provides in-feed, on-chain creative assets. I'm going to walk you through how Emerge works with an example. A few weeks ago, Dan Romero shared this image of the Warplit universe, and our user Garrett had the intuition that people would be willing to pay for personalized versions of these characters. With Emerge, he was able to tag the agent in feed and request a content creation app that allowed any user to pay 25 cents for a personalized version of this character. From there, users on the network spent 25 cents to create their own personalized version, and Garrett got money every time they used it. 2,000 users ran it in a few days, and he made $250. It would have taken him 20 million impressions on X to do the same thing. Our track record speaks for itself. We were the #1 trending app on Farcaster for 5 straight weeks when we launched, and we continue to be trending. We have 1,500 daily active users and an average weekly retention of 20%. We've generated $85K in revenue in 2 short months, and the #1 thing that people say about Emerge is that it's really fun and super addicting. But that's not all. Creators are earning. 37% of creators who have tried Emerge have earned, and 51% of the content we've generated has been monetized. Real people are earning real money on Emerge. Emerge is building the future of creativity. Please reach out to me if you want to learn more. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Daniel, aka Toady Hawk from Better Labs. We turned dopamine into distribution. Earlier this year, we launched a very popular mini app called Betterment, which helps founders and creators solve the cold start problem, go viral, and start making money on chain. Inspiration for this was personal. After many years of trying to be a creator and a founder myself on chain and having to roll my own distribution and attention, I realized there had to be a better way. Betterment is a dopamine-fueled distribution engine inside of a mini app that allows people to support on-chain founders and creators, turns it into a gamified process with token incentives and an irresistible aesthetic. It's a neon arcade where everyone gets paid. And most importantly, it works. Betterment is one of the most popular mini apps on both Farcaster and the base app, with over 10,000 MAUs, generating over $200,000 in revenue, sending out over $60,000 in rewards to our creators, and making a profit of $110,000, all in just 6 months. We also recently won the top prize for Best Top Live Mini App in the On-Chain Summer Awards through Base. I personally have over 15 years experience in marketing and business development, and since coming on chain in 2020, I founded the Yellow Collective on Base, Zero Rights Media, and ZeroPod, and I built my own personal network of over 120,000 followers who are crypto native on my socials. I'm also proud to be a member of the Base Security Council. My co-founder and CTO, Mirko, brings to bear 20-plus years of experience in software engineering and software design as well, and he's been building on chain since 2021. Now we're both back in the lab again, building Better Boost, which is a turnkey distribution dashboard that will allow founders and creators to turbocharge their distribution with just a few clicks. Our goal is to 10x our volume by focusing outside the Farcaster ecosystem and build brand new flywheels to amplify our current success, and you're welcome to join us along for the ride. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Spencer. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Rova. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this on the timeline. Will AI replace human labor or not? Take a few seconds to think about it. At Rova, we believe that AI is going to replace simple, repetitive tasks. However, it's actually going to make skilled labor even more valuable than today, especially those who've mastered AI tools. And we're starting to see this play out with the AI video segment already, where just because you have internet and YouTube doesn't make you Mr. Beast. If it did, we wouldn't be here. The same logic applies to AI videos. Only those who can tell really compelling stories and manipulate camera angles to tell emotions will be able to really capture people's attention. And there are 2 downstream effects of this reordering of the labor market. First is there's democratized access. Anyone from Nigeria, India, or any country can now produce same quality videos as someone from Hollywood. And the second order effect is that talented labor are only going to become more and more in demand, and as a result, they need more incentives. This is where Rova comes in. So we're starting first by really dominating the AI video niche and creating a marketplace for this. If you scan the QR code, you'll see the video we made for base batches. Some of you guys might have seen our little base monkey. And then once we dominate the niche, we'll expand to other services like graphic creation, script writing, etc., and other creative services. And then lastly, we will launch an ICM Launchpad to allow companies to launch tokens and align incentives between themselves and the freelancers and workers. At Rova, we really believe that the future of work is going to be super disrupted by AI, crypto, and these new tools and technologies. And we have the ability to kill Upwork and Fiverr and these freelance marketplaces by building a new one on chain. Thank you so much. And we've raised a pre-seed previously, so we're open to conversations about a seed round. Thank you very much.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Adam Levy, and I'm building BP.Fun. BP.Fun is an incentive marketplace helping video creators grow micro economies. For the last 4.5 years, I've been a creator myself. I've published hundreds of episodes and grew my newsletter to over 100,000 subscribers. And through that, I learned the pain of turning attention into income. You see, the problem is that platforms capture all the upside, and creators get the pennies. So for them to actually make a living off the algorithm, it's really hard. I learned this and started publishing on chain. And through that, I learned that incentives ignite behaviors, and fans spend more when they are incentivized to do so. That insight alone allowed me to sell over $1 million of content and become the most collected content creator in crypto. Now, BP.Fun takes that insight and turns it into a network where creators launch one coin and fans earn it when they buy content. The more content they sell, the stronger their coin gets, and that kicks off their micro economy. We started off by incentivizing content as our wedge because every creator has a deep archive and it allows them to post consistently. That way, we can kick off the flywheel before we start incentivizing additional products and services. Now, this wedge alone has allowed us to do over $3 million in revenue in our first year, where we issued over $1 million of incentives, and we've been growing 20% weekly. And our key edge, basically, why we're the right ones to do it, is because we understand how to take one coin and generate 10 times its market cap in annualized cash flows, and we have 1.5 years of experience doing it. Will and I are the best people to bet on to solve this problem because I understand the pain deeply as a creator, and Will is a full-stack Solidity engineer with over a decade of experience working for companies like Meta, Google, and NASA. Together, we're building towards our North Star, which is taking a portion of every dollar a creator earns, routing it into the loyalty coin, and having the Blueprint protocol power the microeconomy around it. Thank you.
Rocky was built for this moment right here. You're at a packed event, thousands of attendees are trying to find the right panel, figure out when Jesse's speaking, or what to eat for dinner. Everyone's bouncing between apps, refreshing schedules, and checking their DMs just to keep up. Events are built for connection, but event technology is not. And that's why I built Rocky. Hi, I'm Matthew, the founder of Rocky. Rocky is a framework for event agents that puts a concierge in every attendee's pocket. Base and XMTP have already adopted the Rocky framework for their official agents, and many of you are using it currently here at DevCon, Basemate. Just ask, when is Jesse speaking? And Basemate not only sends you the deets, but also invites you to join a Base community group chat. At Rocky, we treat every event as a mass onboarding experience and want our users to feel supported and connected. Rocky turns attention into revenue. And organizers use it to drive the crowd, and sponsors pay to be where the action is. Our plan is to scale Rocky beyond crypto to all major cultural events. Everything from Formula One, which Coinbase already sponsors, to events like concerts and festivals like Coachella. A couple of highlights before I go. We built multiple tools for revenue generation inside of Rocky, including payment settlements, tokenization of group chats, and a marketing tool that allows all users all sponsors to pay for attention. We are raising $1.5 million to build out the platform to bring Rocky to every event. As I walk off the stage right now, I'm going to use Basemate, the current iteration of Rocky, to send all of you guys an invite to join the Rocky community group chat, and we can continue the conversation there. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cody Brown, and I'm the creator of Scratch. Scratch is building Lotto for every token. Lotto is one of the best promotional formats of all time, but it has trust issues online. Big brands are hesitant to give away big prizes because they're worried about being farmed. Users are hesitant to play because they are worried about actually winning something at all. We're building a provably fair on-chain Lotto for any asset. And we kick things off this summer by building a super simple, free-to-play scratch card game on Farcaster and Base. And the traction has been amazing. For very little money, we pulled thousands of people into a daily gaming ritual. 1.4 million games have been played, and in the fall, we have quadrupled our DAUs. Perhaps more importantly, though, those playing are also buying. Nearly every token that's gone through Scratch has gone up in value after it's been there. The free version of this model is working as advertising, and we can prove it. The opening we see here is Uniswap sized. In the same way that Uniswap made swapping easy and open to everybody, we are doing the same for Lotto, all in a way that can power an entirely new generation of games and apps, starting with our own app, Scratch, an app where thousands of people have won their first crypto. A little bit about me. I'm a founder with an exit to WordPress, and I've helped big, normie brands enter crypto for the first time. Thank you so much.
Hi, Kenny Liu, founder of Amihan, the company behind Farm Friends. Crypto gaming is dead, so the meme goes. But it's not just within Web3, it's all of gaming. Why is that? Because for decades, gatekeeping platforms like Apple, Google, and Steam have imprisoned us within their walled gardens and taxed us a third for every dollar spent. But that's all about to change. Global antitrust crackdowns are happening, and new super apps like Base are emerging that allow for decentralized payments to set us free. Even if a platform is anti-crypto like Steam, their rules apply to human users, not AI agents who infiltrate every corner of the internet like interoperable Trojan horses. Enter Farm Friends, an omni-platform, on-chain AI agent simulation wrapped in a cute world themed after Animal Crossing and Monopoly Go. Perfect setup to onboard billions on-chain. Last year, we launched on Telegram as a play-to-airdrop minigame, became a top 20 grossing app, and realized $200,000 of revenue with 0% return to player. We anticipate to over 10x that when we relaunch on Base App in the coming months with nearly 100% return to player. And then we'll expand to every platform. I'm Kenny. I founded Amihan in 2021, the company behind Farm Friends. Prior to that, I led monetization and product at Riot Games, Sony, and Nexon. And before that, I was a Goldman Sachs investment banker covering financial institutions. We're raising a strategic round. Muchas gracias, Buenos Aires.
Hey, Wayne from Upshot here, and we are reimagining prediction markets as trading cards. Imagine if Pokemon and Polymarket came together and had a baby, you would get Upshot. And that's the reason why we're doing this, is because prediction markets is simply unusable for the average person. Very intimidating UI UX, painful onboarding experience, and the fact that normal people go up against professional traders is seriously unfair. I've got friends that have missed out on millions of dollars just because it was too difficult. I'm sure all of you have friends like that as well. 75% of people or potential users are too afraid to use prediction markets, and because of that, there is a $15 billion gap in the market that we intend to address. On Upshot, users open mystery packs to reveal a bunch of cards. Every card is a prediction on the future, and if the prediction comes true, they win cash prizes. We are lowering the barriers to entry for anybody, regardless of skill level. And we're taking a mechanic that millennials and Gen Zs understand, and they want trading cards. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm working with the best in industry to bring this product to market. Our pre-seed round is 2 times oversubscribed, but we are looking for strategic partners and investors to do this with for the long term. Everything that I've showed you is digital, but I'm super excited to tell you that we're going to have physical cards hit the storefronts in the US next year. Imagine this, going to a basketball game, ripping open a pack of cards, collecting cards about your favorite players, your favorite team, and even predictions about the league itself. We get to engage users on a whole new level because we have a product that is both offline and online at the same time. Super excited to be here. I've got this bunch of cards that I want to give away. So if anyone wants to chat, let's double click, let's connect. I'm happy to go deeper into the mechanics of Upshot. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
I'm Stephen Michael, and I'm here to represent Cougar Labs. Did you know I helped make PewDiePie famous? 12 years ago, my team helped make Dread Out, Indonesia's first horror game to go global. PewDiePie's viral videos hit 12 million views, putting Indonesian gaming on the map, on the world stage. Now, this experience gave my team more than just exposure. A decade later, we've learned how games move culture. This is how we're building Cougar. Now, Cougar is more than just a game. Cougar is an IP built to tell stories across multiple mediums. Cougar Bash, Cougar Rumble Arena. These are entry points into our Cougarverse. Collectibles, merchandise, collaborations, brand integrations, all connected through blockchain ownership. Now this builds our growth flywheel. Strong IP attracts players and fans. Fans drive cultural community and content creators, creating revenue and brand partnerships, strengthening IP recognition and value. And the cycle repeats. Today, we're supported by Indonesia's Ministry of Creative Economy. And we're proud to be the only Web3 game to represent Indonesia at Tokyo Game Show 2025. Now, we're inviting new partners and investors to help us spin our flywheel faster to grow Asia's next evergreen IP. With Cougar, your story, your fight continues across every medium, every experience we build next. Cougar is based. I'll see you outside.
Hi everyone, my name is Jack. I'm co-founder and CTO of Hyperbond Studio, creator of Call Me Sensei. So Call Me Sensei is aiming to reinvent language learning by making it emotional. So as everyone always joke, the best way to learn language is to date someone who actually speaks it. We turn that insight to be an app with AI native learning experience powered by emotional, intelligent companions. Where traditional apps rely on flashcards and drills, we focus on connection. Users speak with AI characters, or what we call sensei, who react emotionally, tone shift, and evolving relationship dynamics. It's almost like speaking to someone who cares. And with this kind of engagement, it is something that's much deeper, and it's something that regular language app cannot achieve. This emotional loop is our advantage. It drives stickiness, natural conversation practice, and makes users want to come back because they want to find out what's going to happen next. The product is live today on iOS and soon to be live on Android in open alpha. We currently support learning Japanese and English language, our base of 20 plus languages. User practice real life conversation, from ordering food, planning a date, from dealing with fights, reconciling in a dating sim style narrative that makes it feel like a story rather than you studying. Our proprietary AI engine, Real Voice Actor, delivers the most human-like experience available to date. Why this win? We're the first to merge language learning, AI companionship, and gaming progression it monetizes like games instead of just utility like regular language learning app. This also plays into Web3 ecosystem as well, where user can own item, progression, and identity. And in the near future, what we plan to do is allow user to also contribute to the story arc, which will be packaged into the AI IP that we're working on right now. Thank you for listening.
Bom dia. My name is Marco, and I am the founder of Tempo. And Tempo turns coins into codes. And I've been building Tempo over the past 3 months as a project of passion with my co-founders, but it was rooted on my 4 years of experience working for DAOs. In those years, I learned 2 things. The first thing is that I can just work for anonymous people on the internet, like dogs and cats and elephants, and they can pay me as long as they have a governance system and a war chest. It can be even in a weird token, this war chest. And the second thing is that our governance is the entertainment of other people. So whenever we do things like we try to move treasuries to do something, whether we succeed or whether we fail, it becomes a story and people share and people laugh and they cheer at us. So looking at this and looking at base here, we are releasing a lot of coins, like app coins, content coins, creator coins. I wanted to give something so everybody that is releasing their own coin can start creating their own stories and make it so their coin gets like into the mainstream. So this is Tempo. Tempo, when you create a Tempo, you actually create a private chat that only people who pay in the token that you chose can join. And as they join, they amass a treasury, they burn tokens, and they can start creating proposals together to do things together. So they can start like putting their shared beliefs into actual movements that do things on-chain. So Tempo is already launched and it's fully on-chain. And you can read the articles and read our protocol and interact with us on X. And we have been looking now for the best grants and the best partners that can help us go past our launch. Our launch had a lot of hype, but I don't think the hype proves PMF. We had like $1 million volume on our Zora pool, and that's on my creator coin that gatekeeps the first Tempo. But we are now looking for ways that Tempo actually goes into mainstream by empowering a decentralized community. So this is Tempo. Thank you very much. And remember, coins without codes die.
Today's on-chain entertainment is speculation, not play. Millions of new users are coming on-chain with nothing to fill, only things to farm. Speculation burns out. Emotional loops retain. Hi, I'm Gon, one of the founders of Charms, and we're defining the next era of agentic entertainment on-chain. Charms is a living universe where people and AI play, connect, and trade, turning connection into motion and on-chain into real value. What began as experimental games where people just play becomes a connection that blurs the line between play and companionship. Sounds a bit wild, but here's the proof behind our vision. In the last 6 months, we launched different agentic experiences, and we see more than $180,000 spent on those agents on-chain. And those users send more than 2 million messages to those AIs after playing, just to chat about life. We discovered a very powerful flywheel. Play creates feeling. Feeling drives ownership. And ownership generates trading fees that grows price pools, attracting even more play. Cody, the cutest smiley most of you know, is living proof of this. It hit 5 million in trading volume, and in just 2 months, generated $100K in revenue for in-game spend. I'm very excited to announce we're launching the Charms token very soon on Base. And it will be the compounding layer of the Charms universe. With every new agent, we'll play with Charms, driving value and accrual back to Charms. The next era of Charms belongs to creators, where anyone can launch their own alive tokenized agents with built-in proven revenue games they can plug in, instant distribution, built-in liquidity, and real economies from day one. We're 3 founders, have scaled, built, and exited companies together, and we're raising $1.5 million ahead of TG. If you believe the next wave of on-chain users will come from people who want to play, feel, and own, let's talk.
Hi guys.
So for most people who are familiar with Hurupe, you know Hurupe as the stablecoin business. For those who are yet to be familiar with it, I want to introduce you as the global stablecoin neobank. So most US businesses cannot seamlessly pay remote workers, and for most businesses outside the US jurisdiction are locked out of USD banking, leaving on the table 100 million remote workers and 150 billion USD paid to these remote workers on an annual basis. So stablecoins exist, but then you find that most of these businesses cannot fully leverage the power of stablecoins. With our stablecoin native USD accounts, we have been able to process 20 million US dollars in volume from 20,000 retail customers and 15 active businesses, generating 300,000 in terms of ARR. So we are currently in the US market, San Fran. We are here in Argentina, we're in the Philippines, we're in Indonesia, and obviously the African market. So we are a strong team of 9 with 3 co-founders who have at least co-founded twice with background within the crypto, fintech, and startup ecosystems. So in the case where you'd want to talk to Hurupe, feel free to reach out to me or to our COO, James Mugambi. I am Miva Kinyi, and I'm the partnerships manager at Hurupe. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Mali, co-founder of Influence Protocol. Did you know last year Web3 projects spent over $2 billion on marketing, and most of it used for inefficient QL deals. And more than 80% of impressions they created are fake. Influence fixes this by helping founders stop wasting money on fake engagement and reach real users. But how? We analyzed all of users on Farcaster's social network and keep analyzing every single day to find the most influential ones. We assign every user a score called mindshare score, similar to Kaito. We pegged the entire payment system to that score. It turns attention into a liquid and, programmable asset. In just 5 months, we processed over 1 million micropayments as USDC on base. Over than 7,000 creators earned $50,000. As you see on the chart, we generated over $15,000 revenue and growing 15% month over month. This model already created a flywheel on base. How? When a founder launched a marketing campaign through influence, what happens? Project gets real attention by paying creators. Creators earn instantly by amplifying campaign. And influence earn commission fees. Base grows through on-chain activity we process. All of this is happening with an average of 2,000 daily active users and 10,000 monthly active users on both Farcaster and Base app. So, we built a USDC native marketing protocol for entire Base and Farcaster ecosystems. All founders and projects are welcome to use a fair, better, transparent, and most importantly, an on-chain marketing and advertisement service. That's Influence. Thanks.
Imagine having to wait 12 weeks for your paycheck to arrive. That's the reality for YouTubers today, just to receive their hard-earned cash. And that's just not good enough. Hi everyone, I'm Johannes, CTO of Talentir and co-founder. And we started by doing YouTube real-time payouts for YouTubers, but now we're building it for the rest of the internet. For platforms, agencies, and labels, payouts are an operational nightmare. They pay clients monthly, quarterly, or very often even yearly. Why? Because they are drowning in manual reconciliation, accounting, and invoice processing. We felt this pain ourselves, and the system needs to change. We were paying creators, and our own accounting was a mess. So we built an internal system to fix it. We use stablecoins as the single source of truth for every transaction, all managed from a safe wallet right here on Base. It made every payout a single, simple, and perfectly reconciled transaction. Then a Berlin creator agency approached us. They were having the same problem and were drowning in invoices and struggling to scale. And in the dream scenario for any startup, they offered to pay us for it before we even built it into a separate product. And that is Talentir today. We are a crypto-native payout platform. Our stablecoin backend lets businesses pay into any wallet, anywhere, to any bank account, PayPal, Venmo.
all from our easy-to-use interface. And with our no-code integrations like Zapier, they can be live in minutes. The results? In just 12 months, we've hit $3 million in annualized TPV. Our TPV grew 60x in the last 5 months alone. And we're just getting started. Our pipeline includes major platforms representing $1.2 billion in yearly TPV. I'm Johannes. My contact info is on the screen. Take a photo now. Reach out if you want to join our cap table. Let's re-engineer the platform economy and change the financial system of it. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, my name is Stratos, co-founder of OpenBands, and we are building communities of real humans. And I want to start with a personal experience. I often found myself staying silent on political, economical, social, or migration discussions within my countries. And I'm pretty sure many of you in the audience have experienced the same. So why is it? Why do we stay silent? It's not because we don't have an opinion or because we don't care. It's because our identity has become a liability. We don't want to risk being labeled, judged, misunderstood, or in some countries even prosecuted for speaking the wrong opinion. So we are looking to solve this issue. With OpenBands, humans first prove attributes about themselves, such as their nationality, their age, their company affiliation, and then join authentic communities where they can discuss those topics with their peers and without disclosing their identity. So our mission is to bring privacy back to 1 billion social forum users. And we want to provide 2 community types: free communities, accessible for everyone, and subscription-based communities for content creator. We received the first place in Aztec's hackathon among 500 participants. We were accepted into self-protocol residency, where we explored identity systems, and our early test users include privacy advocates from Ethereum Foundation, PSE, and Aztec. We are a team of 2. I used to manage Germany's leading social creator, so I am very aware of the problems social creator platforms have today. And my co-founder is a technical backbone, who is also a 10-time hackathon winner and a strong technical engineer. We are in our pre-seed stage right now, and if you believe in what we're believing, and if you see the vision that we're seeing, then I encourage you to join us and contribute towards a future where the human right of privacy is deeply woven into the fabric of our society. Thank you very much.
Hey everyone, I'm Daniel. I'm the founder of Songcast, and my background is in practical engineering. I worked as a mechanic before I learned that I both love music and love coding. And after a few iterations over learning projects, after the first iterations through learning projects, I decided to combine my passion of music with what I'm building. And we are basically building on top of an existing on-chain social economy. It's Zora, and Songcast is built through the Zora SDK. And we allow new artists to basically plug into Zora through upload and filter out existing Zora music for easier discovery. And our core feature allows you to invest in music simply via listening. And that works simply via in-app credit. We have a spender wallet that does the work for you. So you just listen to music, and at the end of the day, you own your unique music taste, and that turns into capital. And our first case study is a music coin that a friend of mine published. And after 24 hours, my friend earned over $322 in fees. The Songcast platform earned $200 in that same breath. And 6 months later, we have an organic growth of 100% month over month, and now stand at 118 music coins by 36 artists. I believe it's now already 39. I checked it earlier today. And we were #1 in the Zora Coinathon, so that also validates that we are the team pushing the music branch of Zora forward. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Limone from Builder's Garden, and we are building Rise of Farms, the next Farmville powered by a real and open economy. For the past 10 months, we've been building Farmville on Forecaster and Base, and our mini app has been one of the most retentive ones on the network. We learned a lot along the way. First thing, we've been able to onboard many of our non-crypto native friends on the game, playing it on a daily basis. This made us realize that casual games like ours can really be the Trojan horse that will bring crypto to consumers, bringing them to their first transaction. Second, we noticed that players discovering our game through the social feed stay twice as long than others, showing the power of the social status. And finally, the most important insight that I want to share with you is that as soon as we introduce ownership, light on-chain interactions, collectibles and badges, retention went 9x higher. This was our aha moment, realizing that ownership and social status together can really drive stickiness in casual games like ours. For this reason, with Rise of Farms, the evolution of Farmville, we want to double down on this. We want to go deeper into ownership. We are moving the full in-game economy on-chain, letting value really flow between players and even between games. In the end, we believe that games will become more and more economies, with digital companies actually trading, earning revenue, and maybe at some point going public on-chain, attracting speculators and investors as well. Our traction is engagement and retention on Farmville with 12,000 monthly active users, 1,000 players on a 100-day streak, 5 million app opens in a month, and $8,000 revenue generated. We are Builder's Garden, a consumer crypto studio that shipped more than 20 mini apps in collaboration with Base, XMTP, and other great companies in the space. If you like internet capital markets, you love internet crop markets. And if this doesn't sound crazy to you, please come talk to us. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Victor Zhang from Open Passkey. After reading Ethereum paper in 2017, I spent 7 years working on one same problem: how to bring everyday businesses and consumers on-chain. We did so many different use cases, but most of them went nowhere. So I go back to the first principle. If it matters, it has to plug into something users already use every day. In this year, year 2025, stablecoin adoption really speed up, and the opportunity is getting clear: retail, loyalty, and payment. So the idea comes from my own frustration. The retail loyalty in offline is broken. I don't want to install another app. I don't want to fill out a form. I don't want to say my email or my mobile number at the counter just to get a free coffee. So we built a small magic box for our local cafes. So that box replaces all the paper stamp card and all other loyalty apps. And on the same time, the beautiful thing is it makes all the merchant and the consumer both crypto ready. The user experience is very simple. Consumer go into the shop, they add the Apple or Google Wallet pass into their mobile phone, and then they just tap their mobile phone on the magic box, and then it's done. There's no app, no form, and no KYCs. So our wedge is to own that moment at the counter, one tap to earn loyalty today, and the exactly same tap to pay stablecoin tomorrow. And this is not theory. In the last 10 days, we have one salespeople just onboarded 8 merchants live in Sydney. And we have onboarded over 600 consumers, and together we made 6,000 transactions. And if you are interested in bringing real-world commerce on-chain, come speak to us. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Hello? Okay. So we're the game studio, and it happens that we're also building a game AI that make apps grow without the humans. And we have our flagship product. It's Clash of Coins. It's MMORPG. It's on Base, and in the Base app. We have some traction on web. So far, we have 500,000 registered players and 30,000 daily players. And when you have a product, the live product, players always demand something. They demand the content, the new events, and you just cannot automate it. You just do it manually every day, creating the content. And we're lazy guys, and we created tools for ourselves. So we called it a game AI, the thing that 24/7, automatically doing the job of the team of the designers, of 20 designers or even more. And it's just doing the engagement, the monetization, automatically. It's adapt to the player needs every day, every second. And we have it in the Clash of Coins. It's already working. And that's why we have an impressive traction, an impressive lifetime of 190 days. It's amazing. It's top 1% performant because of the tool and because we were lazy. So now our goal is to scale the game toward 1 million MRR and to build up an infrastructure and a product for consumer apps, the plug-and-play solution that other developers and other products can use in their apps to provide a unique experience for the users, and not only in the gaming. And that's pretty much what we have. So imagine the unique experience for any user in any consumer apps, not only the games, but imagine Netflix can read your mood and do what it needs to be done for you to entertain you. I'm Nick, it's LWB Studio, and if it's resonate with you, we have our seed round, and what we managed to build now, it costs us only $700,000. So come talk to me later.
Hello? Hey everyone, my name is Chris Zelinsky, and I'm the founder of ApiO.Fun. Right now, when we go to ChatGPT, we have a big issue. The issue is that ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, all of these AI systems are built on scraped data. They basically went to Stack Overflow, Reddit, and all of the books of humanity, and they're using that data to train these models. The problem is that the best APIs are paid to access. And you can't use those APIs to get the best results unless you pay for them. And so what we're working on right now is twofold. So the first is that we are giving AI access to the very best APIs so that they can return the best results. So for instance, if you're looking at healthcare data or if you're looking at stock information, you want to know that you have the perfect price or you're getting the best healthcare recommendations. If you don't, you can't make a very good decision. The second piece that we're doing is that we're taking these data pipelines and we're tokenizing them. So that means that the API provider, the app developer, the app user, and the community can all own these infrastructure tokens at the fundamental level where everyone is aligned. Right now, we have over 1,000 APIs in our system. They're all running on X402, and they're all accessible through this new system that allows us to do pay per request for each API. We've already done over 2,500 API calls on the system, and our first API token, which was a translation token, has already reached a 2 million FDV with over $3 million traded. We're in the process of raising a seed round right now so that every app developer and API provider can be mutually aligned in the growth of AI and these API tokens. Thanks so much.
Hi guys, my name is Ömer from Fractalized. So at Fractalized, we built a platform where we identify investment opportunities that are high yield bearing, and we provide access to everyone with them. We do that by tokenizing premium assets, and our main focus is actually commercial ships. So being Turkish, actually I'm very used to finding people who have to find alternative ways to preserve their savings. And I'm sure some of our Argentinian friends here can also relate with this, because this is not a regional need. It's an actual urgent global problem. And that's why we launched Fractalized, the platform where we tokenize yield-bearing alternative assets. So last month, we tokenized our first chemical tanker, which is the first of its kind in the world right now. And the commercial contract of this tanker is generating 20% annual yield, where we airdrop this yield every month with USDC. We sold over 100,000 of the tokens, for $100,000 of these tokens right now. We have over $150 million of assets in our pipeline, and more than 1 million people through our distribution partnerships where we can reach them. Our team is made up of exited founders, and our focus is fintech, blockchain technologies, and shipping. Right now, we're raising $2 million to grow our user base, tokenize the assets on our pipeline, and get the necessary licenses so that we can scale globally. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. That is it for Demo Day. I want to thank first the 50 teams who presented today, so give it up for them, a round of applause. Second, it was a big cross-functional effort inside Base to get all of these teams up on stage and live here with you, so shout out to the Base team for putting this together. And 2 minutes is not really enough to get to know the full story for each team. So every single team has 30 minutes inside of the Base booth throughout the course of the week. We'll be posting the schedule daily if you want to go check out all of these different products and their demos and get to know these teams better. So thank you, and have a good rest of your DevConnect.